eSports, video games, gaming. Whatever you call it, it's the fastest growing sports industry in the entire world. It's growing faster than football, rugby, basketball, tennis, any other major sport. Esports is number one in terms of growth. We're going to be looking at how it got here, where it's going, and why we should begin taking it quite seriously. Let's first talk about what esports really is. Simply put, esports is a video game. Any type of video game or a competition. It's in the word itself, electronic sports. Esports can be Fortnite, Dota, League of Legends, common games you play or see other people play. Nowadays, esports is generally referred to a competition between professional players, usually in a multiplayer kind of game. Most commonly Dota, of course League of Legends, and of course, as I said, Fortnite and CSGO. The majority of esports are usually played in teams, so usually in leagues or tournaments with huge spectatorships and of course usually a huge pool of cash. The market is mostly made of first-person shooters, known as FPS, rail-type strategy, RTS, and multiplayer online battle arena games, known as MOBA, M-O-B-A. The sport can easily be watched online via sites like Twitch, Mixer, or YouTube Gaming. And just like non-digital sports like football or basketball, esports competitions are often played live in dedicated esports arenas such as the Blizzard Arena and Elite Esports Arena. Also, a fun fact, esports has been dubbed by data analysis service Newzoo as the biggest thing to hit the technological world since the iPhone in 2007. And considering how big and revolutionary the iPhone was, whoa. But to just give you some brief about esports history. While esports really took off around the early 2000s, the earliest competition dates back all the way to 1972. The competition was held between Stanford University students and it was dubbed the Intergalactic Space War Olympics. And the prize? A year subscription to the Rolling Stone, which is of course a magazine. Then fast forward a few years to 1980, Atari invented the video game tournament with of course its hit game Space Invaders. It was called the Space Invaders Championship. And the entire competition attracted over 10,000 participants across the entirety of the United States. But the real game changer occurred in 2002 with the release of Xbox Live, bringing online plays to consoles. Halo 2 was the first game to be broadcast on national TV for Major League Gaming in 2004. And from then on, esports took off crazy. And then all of a sudden, developers decided that, wait a minute, this is actually really big. And thus, huge amounts of money was splashed into the esports category. Thus, meant more money in the game, better broadcasts, and high production values. In turn, live streaming started to become increasingly popular through platforms such as Twitch, allowing gamers across the world to share their experiences in these games. And to just talk about money, just for a second. In 2017, all the way back then, esports earned a total revenue of $1.5 billion. And that $1.5 billion revenue in 2017 has steadily grown 26%. That's a lot of money. To give an example of how fast developers are actually going into esports, let's take for example the Dota Championship back in 2018. It had a prize pool of $25 million. First place, you would get $11 million, and in second place, around $4 million. That is a huge difference, but then if you look at the real sum, the prize pool, $25 million is a lot. Now, right now, in 2019, just recently from July 26th to July 28th, the world saw the first Fortnite World Cup. You heard that right, like a football World Cup, but Fortnite. If you don't know what Fortnite is, it's basically this huge game. It's basically this game where most popularly known for its Battle Royale mode, where 100 players land in the world and fight it out between each other for the one winner to remain. Fortnite really took off in the early 2018 and slowly grown to become one of the biggest video games in the entire world. At the World Cup, the prize pool was $30 million US dollars. First prize was $3 million. And guess who the solo winner was? 16-year-old kid going by the name Booga. 16-year-old. And that really shows how big esports is getting. To put into perspective how big that $3 million is, the recent Wimbledon Cup final, a Grand Slam winner, got $2.4 million. That's less than the $3 million cash prize that the 16-year-old kid got. So clearly I've already proved that there's a lot of money. But wait, that's not it. Ninja. He's the biggest name in the Fortnite universe. When I mentioned Twitch, an online streaming platform, well yeah, he used to be one of the biggest gamers on that platform. Supposedly, he used to earn $100,000 monthly. Twitch sales include memberships, where you can pay for a membership to view your favorite Twitcher or streamer, bits, where people donate to help support the user, and of course merchandise. Now Ninja, the biggest name, was supposedly earning $100,000 a month on Twitch. But now Mixer, which is another streaming platform owned by Microsoft, has brought out Ninja from Twitch to bring him to Mixer. Now that's not the crazy part of it. It's how much Microsoft actually paid for Ninja. Supposedly, it's a 10-year deal consisting of nearly $40 million yearly. Not even consecutively over that 10 years. Every single year. That's a lot of cash. I'm just gonna go into the money aspect. Microsoft, which is this huge company, is willing to pay this enormous amount of money, which is not confirmed yet, for one single streamer to come to their site. It must show how much potential Microsoft is actually seeing in the esports genre, which is just another point into why esports is the next big thing, for sure. What's the reason for esports getting big? It's vitally because of how good games are nowadays. Games which don't really require any physical recreation or physical exertion of the body attracts anyone really. And that's what people see in games. And that's what the real controversy comes on whether esports, after all, is actually a sports at the end of the day. The Olympic Committee, of course in charge of the Olympics, has dubbed esports as a probable sport. That means the Olympic community, the biggest sporting event in the entire world, has dubbed esports a sporting activity. So I mean, yeah, sure, of course, esports is a sporting activity, or sport. But then again, is it really? I'm gonna give my own opinion here. I love my games. I play games all the time. But do I really believe esports is a sport? Yes and no. Yes, because esports requires a lot of mental thinking. Of course you're only moving your arms, but still, that's a lot going on in one's head. If you watch some streams right now about crazy or a compilation of crazy Fortnite moments or gaming moments, you can see how much movement is going on between a streamer's or gamer's hands. It's almost like they're aliens. It's unnatural. And to be honest, that's totally going for esports being a sport. But then again, esports has no physical exertion. You're not actually moving around, sweating, working hard, getting your heart pumped up. Unless you're talking about the intensity or the adrenaline going through that very moment. So I mean, there are two sides to the story. At this point right now, developers really believe that esports is a sport. To be honest, as things are going, it can be solidified as one. And the great thing about esports is any of us can play a game. You just need a Twitch account, some money probably to get a setup going on, and just play. I know people from my school who stream on Twitch, showing them playing games, getting views. To be honest, many people love watching other people play games, watching them going on adventures, certain RPG moments, fighting. It's absolutely crazy. So I mean, really, esports is fascinating. It's revolutionary. It's the next big thing. It's gonna get big, for sure. The future holds so many things. As games are getting better, more realistic, more deep, more interesting, more exciting. And considering how big the prize pools are nowadays, they're gonna attract so many viewerships, so many sponsorships, which is gonna grow the sport to even a higher level. Is it a bad thing? I mean, that's completely up to you. But there's only one thing that we're certain of. It's gonna get big. Really, really, really big. So I want all of you to watch out, pay attention, because esports is gonna be in the sports section of the newspaper very soon. I bet. So I want to thank all of you for watching the video. I know it's a bit different considering all the videos I've recently done, like Minecraft plays. Yeah. So please do leave a comment on what you thought about the video, maybe your opinion on where the esports is going. leave a like if you enjoyed it, leave a dislike if you didn't, and of course, leave that sub. It helps support me and helps support the channel. So yeah, thanks a lot guys, and of course, see you in the next one.